30+ years later since Top Gun was originally released, audiences get to see Pete Maverick Mitchell back in action. And he is not alone. This time, he's got a few partners in crime. Take a look.
Admiral, just in time, sir.
I'm early. So are you. You care to explain?
Mav, Admiral Kane is asking...
Ordering
that we bring her down.
Alpha 3, O.
Passing Mach 5.4 and
90 position 6.
This is where we've had trouble with comms, sir. It's the Earth's curvature. Yeah, it's called Earth bulge.
Did anyone offer you a coffee? Mav, Admiral Kane is...
Whether Maverick is in the air or on land, Hondo is the perfect right-hand man, and playing Tom Cruise's accomplice in that scene is our super special next guest. So please say hello to the multi-talented actor, singer, comedian, writer, producer, director, and all-around Top Gun in real life, Mr. Bashir Salahuddin!
And that's how you bring somebody on. Good morning. How are you?
Well, that's what you do when somebody like you comes on. Mr.
Oh,
Salahuddin, I'm just saying, listen, I was telling you earlier, this movie, I have no words. I don't, like, and I always have words. I'm always like, blah, blah, blah. I have no words. But I have to ask you this. Since you took up all the talent in the world, I managed to be good at one thing, stalking people. And because I stalked you enough, I know that you were with your mom and your sister when you found out you got the role in Top Gun Maverick, right?
Yeah,
I know.
I was.
Don't play with me. You were at the museum, right?
I was at the Art Institute in Chicago.
Listen.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know what your first meeting with the Tom Cruise was like and where it happened. So tell us.
The first meeting with Tom, it was a table read, and I got the call, and they said, "Hey, come on, do a table read." And I said, "All right, let's do it." And I get there, and I get to meet, Jennifer's there, some of the other great talents in the film, Miles, and then I hear this motorcycle. We all look toward the doorway. It flies open, and in walks Maverick. He pulls the motorcycle helmet off, and I said, "Okay, yeah, all right, I get it." And from that moment on, it's been great. It's just been so much fun working with somebody who really knows what it is to do a big blockbuster movie, to do movies for so long so well. I just tried to do what I could to just pay attention, but it was great.
Like, listen, I keep telling people don't realize what a nice guy he is. Like, it's just unbelievable. If I were that big a star, listen, I'll tell you, do not look me in the eye. I'll have rules and regulations. You know what I mean?
And I respect that. You got to make sure the M&Ms are separated, right?
Thank you.
Color.
But
don't play with me.
But he shows up on time. You know what I mean? He's like, "Hi, I'm Tom." I was like, "Really? Really? I thought you were Jim." Of course I know you're Tom. Are you kidding? Well, okay, so let's talk Hondo, because I love Hondo, first of all.
Sure.
He doesn't get to fly an aircraft. Right?
No.
But he is in Maverick's inner circle. He is really, really trusted by Maverick. That's why we say right-hand man. So tell us a little bit about him and his bond with Mav. Look how I'm calling him Mav.
That's exactly right. When we meet my character, he and Tom are doing test flight operations, as you guys can see in the clip. Just trying to push the limits of aviation, as I think all folks would expect that a guy like Maverick at this point would. And I'm somebody who's there doing all the tech side stuff, following the flight information, et cetera. And it was kind of cool about playing that part is I actually had to do my homework. I actually had to go, to places like Lockheed Martin and other facilities, in like the desert, where we would take elevators like, 20 floors underground and learn like how all this stuff works. And I got to tell everybody, there's some crazy technology coming, so look out for it. I saw a little bit of it, but it was kind of nice preparing for this role and realizing that everybody in this movie, really had to spend time with the folks they were portraying. Listen,
I'm telling you, like, people who haven't seen this, I feel like everyone's seen it because it's been like #1 forever and like it's doing well over the world. But to be in a movie, if someone says they're in the movie with Tom Cruise, sometimes it's like you blink, you don't see them. Like you are like, you're like his, it's like two guns, Top Guns.
I'm there,
you're there like nonstop. It's not even like.
Yeah. I was surprised myself because, look, people know how this acting game is. Sometimes you go to a movie premiere and you done brought your grandmother and your third aunt and your cousin you ain't seen. You're like, "All right, guys, let's do it." And then the movie goes and all you was like a wrist passing through frame. And you go, "I promise I was in it." But, luckily this wasn't one of those where, no. I really was somebody who, I think it was important, for the film and for Tom to show that, even a guy like Maverick, benefits from having somebody who has his back. And I was so excited to play that character. Hondo, Actually, that nickname even is from Hondo Havlicek, who was like kind of one of the right-hand, one of the right-hand men on the Boston Celtics at one point. So, kind of steeped in some little sports history there for the sports lovers, but was really, it's and we were able to bond when the cameras weren't rolling. That's really where we started to establish that bond that you see on camera, just chopping it up off camera, talking about life, talking about food, talking about restaurants, talking about pizza. Just kind of like hanging out and really, getting to know each other.
I'm telling you. See, that's why he's my best friend. Even if he ignores me, he doesn't pick up my calls, he's forever my best friend. I'm serious. He does that. Ask him. He knows.
I bet you have a lot of best friends. You seem like a very personable person who everybody wants to hang out with. Life of the party.
You can tell that, but Tom Cruise.
You seem like the life of the party.
Yeah, but they're the ones picking me as their best friend. I picked Tom Cruise as my best friend, but I feel like now it's probably going to be you. And let me just say.
I'll take that.
Let me tell you, I feel like, first of all, well, I'm your best friend now? Is that what you said? We can be best friends? Oh.
It's official, guys.
All right. Happy early birthday, bestie.
Thank you very much. That's right. Let's go cancers. Where my cancers at?
Oh, my muchacha's a cancer. My muchacha's a cancer. But let me tell you, you are I feel like you've run out of birthday wishes to make because what else do you want? I just saw you in Cyrano. You're Southside. It's coming back for a third season. I told you Mr. Diallo Riddle was here, who you got to work with because you guys met way back when. Where did you meet?
We met in college, actually.
What college?
We were in acapella group together, Harvard.
Okay, yeah, just don't say college.
Oh, hey, there's a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met in acapella group there. I haven't seen that in so long. It's so fun to like realize I get to do that again. Being from the South Side of Chicago, all the news that comes from my hometown is tough. And so what we were able to do at Southside is say, look, let's show the lighter side. Let's have some fun. Let's show people how we laugh and play and get down. And so, what's even crazier about that is, Tom watched the show. We were talking about it on set. I sent it to him, and he ended up calling the writer room and telling him how much he loved it. So it's been amazing to be able to kind of showcase my hometown and show some colors that you don't always see.
Exactly. Listen, I told you earlier, it might not mean anything to you, but we are so proud of you. I am so proud of what you guys are doing. Mr. Bashir Salahuddin, it is such a pleasure to meet you, my new bestie. Tell our other bestie to call me. Put us on a text chain. Yeah, do that.
We'll do like a little group thing.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Tell him it's OG. All right, such a pleasure to meet you, everyone. You already know this. Top Gun Maverick is currently in theaters. Go check it out. And you'll be back when Southside Season 3 returns, okay?
I'll see you guys soon.
All right, see you soon, sir. Such a pleasure.
Right, take care. Pleasure. Bye-bye.